And we are live. Welcome back.
Hello guys, this is Prince.
And this is Dan.
And we are here to help you out again this year in saving your crypto assets. And we like to wish you and start with a happy new year first.
Yep.
And second thing again, that's our same thing we say, do not share your 24 words with anyone. And we have 1 hour, we are here to help you out. And if you have any questions, you can just drop it in the chat and we'll answer them in real time.
Yeah guys, so new year, the market is bullish. Hopefully it will stay bullish. It's not a time to get your crypto stolen. Okay, again, we repeat it every single time, but do not share your 24 recovery phrase. If anyone is asking for the phrase, they're just trying to scam you. Okay, Ledger or Ledger Live will never ask you to type the phrase. Be super careful. Now is not the time to lose your crypto. But yeah, it's good to be back, right? It's been a long time.
It's been a long year, yes. Yeah. We have been through a lot of roller coaster. Like the market was down, and now it's picking up, so it's good. And but of course, since market is picking up, a lot of people are jumping into crypto, and people who might have stored some crypto a long time back, they're again resurfacing and trying to trade the crypto. So guys, if you have not checked your recovery phrase in a long time, the best thing you should do is check it up using the recovery check app. So at least you know that you have correct seed phrase, and then you can manage your assets without any issue.
Absolutely. And as usual, guys, before we start, give us a little shout out in the chat. Just want to make sure you can hear us okay. If there is any issue with the sound, we want to know before we continue. That being said, lots of questions. Maybe we should start.
Yep. So first one is from Matt Jack. Hello Dan, I can't find the answer anywhere about unstaking Solana rewards. I just want to unstake Sol rewards, not the whole staking. How to do that? Because it seems that we have to deactivate the whole staking, then withdraw the rewards, then stake again. So we lose 4 to 6 days of staking if we only unstake the rewards.
Yeah, so that's correct. Basically, with the implementation in Ledger Live, but also other wallets, there is no option to just skim the rewards like you would do in ETH, for example. Here you have to deactivate your staking account and then withdraw the staked SOL back to your available balance. So you will lose a few days of staking, of course. That being said, the unstaking doesn't take that long. Like I did it a few days back, and it only took 18 hours. But yes, it's something we don't have control over. It's just the way the Solana network is built. Maybe that will change in the future. Just so you know, there is another way to stake quickly, which is not supported in Ledger Live, but you can swap your SOL for a liquid staking SOL. So for example, M SOL or B SOL. I mean, there's a lot of liquid staking tokens on Solana as well that work a little bit like STETH, if you're familiar with this asset. And those you can just like swap them with just a simple transaction. So that's another way to jump into a staking position and jump out like very quickly.
Next is Dimitri saying I'm not getting help on my support email. Basically, I got a multi-chain wallet using Ledger Live on Phantom, and I sent some ETH over for some L2 coins. Phantom does not support L2, but I can't import my Ledger address on Metamask. This is because the derivation path used on Phantom wallet to create both SOL and ERC addresses for Ledger Live differs from what other browser wallets are using. Similarly, I'm unable to detect ERC addresses on Ledger Live app, but the Solana wallet can be found. Apparently corresponding derivation paths. So basically he has created L2 wallet using Phantom, and he's not able to see his tokens on L2 because Phantom does not support L2. And of course, it will not be able to use Ledger Live because it's a different derivation path.
Right.
So
there's plenty of ways to solve the situation.
Yeah, I think like he has to wait for some wallet that supports L2 using say Phantom derivation path.
Yeah, and also maybe you could specify like which L2 you're talking about because the answer, if it's Arbitrum, then we can suggest like one wallet, maybe MetaMask will do the trick. Maybe Tahoe. Tahoe has like this custom derivation path as well. So actually I'm gonna pop Tahoe on the screen here. It's a third-party wallet. It's compatible with Ledger. You can connect your Ledger wallet to it, and there is an option to add custom derivation path. It's all explained in this article here. So you want to check that out. You will be able to connect to the correct chain and also add the correct derivation path as well.
Next is Martin. He's saying, how can I have 4 BTC sent from my NanoS 1 hour after I sent it to cold storage? Only I know the seed and my Ledger Live all appears genuine.
Um,
How can I have 4 BTC sent from my Nano S after I send it to cold storage?
so Martin, yeah, it sounds like
I have a case and I'm awaiting contact. Martin, can you drop the case number in the chat so then we can reply to you once we finish the session? So then we can check what happened with your BTC. Next is Emmanuel. I got a case in my family where 2 Bitcoin got stolen from Ledger Nano S. How can this possibly happen without the seed phrase? The PC got malware on it, yes, but how can the transaction be made without physical input of Nano?
So yes, it can be made without the physical input. If you misplace your recovery phrase, so your recovery phrase, the 24 words you had to back up when you set up the device for the first time, those are the private keys to your accounts. If anyone gets a hold of the private keys, they will be able to restore your private keys in their Ledger wallet and then access your account and then move your funds. And that's why we tell you guys to be super careful with the recovery phrase. And so if someone has your recovery phrase, they don't need your Ledger device. They can just access your accounts just with your private keys. So again, be super careful.
Yep. If someone has access to your 24-word seed phrase, that's the only reason they can move your funds without signing the transaction on your Ledger. They will just restore it on another hardware wallet, and then it will get the same accounts there and then transfer it.
Yeah. So best practices, guys, don't share it. Don't take a picture of it. Put it in a safe place. Don't share it with anyone. Like, don't let anyone else see it. Don't put it in any digital format, right? Password manager. Just don't type it into your computer. Don't type it into Ledger Live. Don't type it into Metamask. Just keep it on the card. Keep it, not digital, basically.
Next is Tiz Me. He's asked, oh, that's a long one. Bug in Nano X upgraded Ledger Live and Nano X on 26th of December. Changed the Nano X name. Why did upgrade change the Nano name? Because it's possible that sometimes during the firmware update, your device can get reset to factory settings. And in that case, it's possible that the device renamed itself. Upgraded, deleted all the crypto on Nano. Ledger Live is showing correct portfolio. Can the original Nano X crypto be recovered? Mm-hmm. So the coins are not stored on the device. They are stored on the blockchains. The device secures your private keys that gives you access to the accounts on the blockchain. So if you're still seeing the accounts on Ledger Live, then it's good to go. And you just have to restore the device with your 24-word seed phrase if it's reset. And then just simply add back your apps, and then you'll be able to manage your funds without any hassle.
Make sure you're using the same recovery phrase that was securing your accounts, right? Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if the recovery phrase in your device is not correct, or you've got multiple recovery phrases, and the one that's in your device is not securing the accounts that you're trying to access, you'll get an error. So just make sure you've got that in the device.
Mm-hmm. Next is Satoshi, and also asking why can I not send replies received from. So guys, we get this. We already have a very high backlog on our side on emails, and that's why there might be some delay of 4 to 5 days in replying and getting back to you. What to do in that time? Meanwhile, do not interact with any fake impersonating person who's impersonating his Ledger support, and just wait. We're going to reply to each and every one of you because that's what we are here for. And yeah, there might be a slight delay right now because even the market has picked up and there's a lot of activity in the market as well. Next is Satoshi is asking, hi, I updated my Ledger to the latest version and it's showing me something called L recovery in the menu. Is that something normal? And if I want to erase it, what should I do with it? Is it a normal thing?
Yeah, it's normal. Mm-hmm. It's the Ledger recover section in Ledger Live. It used to be called just Ledger recover, I think, but now they shorten it to L recover. Mm-hmm. It's an optional subscription service that you can decide to subscribe to if you want to. I think it's like $10 a month. Yeah. But the first month is free. It's just an optional backup for your seed phrase. You can check it out. We have documentation on the Help Center and a landing page as well. It's completely optional. Mm-hmm. If you're not interested, you don't have to subscribe, and we'll never force you to subscribe. But if you're interested and want like a different backup for your recovery phrase, then it could be interesting. Yeah, and unfortunately, you cannot remove it because it's just a tab, and you can just choose to ignore it. And it's normal to see that tab now because with the new update, you can see the new feature has been released. So for now, you cannot remove it, but you cannot choose not to access it basically if you want. Mm-hmm. And next is Ian. He's asking, can I use fixed float with Ledger? Yeah, you can, but not in the sense where you will connect your Ledger device to fixed float. Instead, so there is no integration directly between Ledger and fixed float. But what you can do is create a transaction from your Ledger device, 2 fixed floats. They will give you an address and probably a memo tag. And then they will receive the funds, they will process the swap. And once they've done processing the swap, they will send you back the coins that you want to your ledger address. But you have to trust them to actually process the swap and be honest.
Tiz is saying that I have a hard copy of my seed phrase. So I just you can just show in the article. You can just go to this article, Tiz, and it will show you all the steps on how to restore your device. And you just have to type your 24 words on the device, not anywhere else. And then once you do that, you'll be able to access your accounts again with the device.
So there is a link in the video description, support.ledger.com. That's the help center. On the help center, type restore your ledger accounts with your recovery phrase. Just follow the steps.
Next is County Sheepdog. He's asking, please add Caspa. So yes, we are working on it. Our teams have been already received the app to integrate the security for this crypto. But we don't have an ETA for now because we have a lot of other tokens that we are working on integrating. So for now, just have some patience, and once the app is ready, we'll definitely announce it on our social channels. Agostino is back.
He's back. Hey.
When and how can we swap our Matic tokens for Pol? In this case, if we hold it on Nano S Plus.
Do you remember?
Yeah, so basically you just have to use Paraswap. Make sure that your Matic is in Ethereum account, because the Pol is only available on Ethereum. If your Matic is on Polygon, to a Polygon account or Polygon network, then you don't need to do, because there's an option available to do that. So basically you can just go to Discover tab, and then you can go to Paraswap, and then you'll be able to swap your tokens for Matic to Pol.
So you said Paraswap, Discover, Paraswap, and then you said which account?
Ethereum.
Ethereum account, okay. And then Pol, Matic to Pol, right?
Matic to Pol.
Yeah, Matic and Pol. Boom. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, and then you can just swap it for the new Pol tokens, and then you're good to go.
Okay, cool.
So anyone seeing this, anyone have the Matic tokens in their Ethereum account, the new tokens will not be airdropped to you. You have to manually swap it, as we showed you on using Paraswap, and then you'll be able to get those new tokens in your account.
And it's still optional, right? You don't have to do it,
it's
right?
still optional, yes. It's just, it's a new upgrade that they have released, but it's not compulsory to get the new tokens.
Yeah, and the Pol token will eventually arrive on the Polygon network as well. For now, it's just Ethereum.
Only Ethereum, yeah.
Okay.
Next is Dylan. He's asking, I transferred some Ethereum from Coinbase to my ledger, and it does not show up under latest operations. Will this get fixed soon? What's the issue?
Okay, so what's the issue is because Coinbase is using something called batch transactions to send Ethereum to your wallet and the wallets of everybody that wants to withdraw Ethereum at the same time. They do this to save on cost, and they use a smart contract to create that transaction. And smart contract transactions on Ethereum are different than just moving your ETH from one wallet to another. Unfortunately, Ledger Live does not detect those smart contract transactions. They are called internal transactions. So you can still see them on Etherscan. If you look for your address on Etherscan, you go to the internal transaction section, you will see the missing ETH. Ledger Live will give you the correct balance, I think.
The balance will update correctly. It's just that you won't see the transaction in the history of the account, basically.
Yeah, we'll fix it, I think, but we don't really have a timeline yet.
If you want to check it, then you can just go to Discover tab in Ledger Live and open a Zerion dApp, which is also a cool dApp if you're using to swap or send your NFTs tokens. And it supports a lot of EVM chains as well. So you can definitely try and see, and you'll be able to see all the transaction history over there.
Okay, cool. So Zerion, Ethereum, and you'll find it.
Yeah, and you just go to even if you just go to history, and you will see all the transaction history. So you can actually verify that you have received those tokens in your account.
Okay, perfect.
Next is online income jobs. Okay, cool name. Hello, where when a user has a passphrase attached to a pin, where is saved passphrase? Where is the passphrase saved? In secure element or somewhere else? When I used a temporary, I suppose, then it will be deleted on the restart.
Yeah, that's correct. The passphrase is actually not stored on the device. It's only used to derive the private key to the set of secret accounts. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and then when you enter it on using a pin, then it just stores the pin, and as soon as the session ends, the device will not store the passphrase. So passphrase will never be stored, and it's also not supported by the recover service that we have recently released.
Yeah, we have documentation on that answers exactly your question. If you go to the Help Center, link in the video description, you go to the passphrase, how to set up a passphrase article, you'll find the explanation.
Maybe I can link it if it opens.
Prince has a very slow computer.
No, it's not slow. It's just that too many things open on the computer.
All right.
I think we updated, right?
Yeah, there is a bit that explains that.
Okay.
I should remember because I wrote that bit.
Yeah, I guess.
It's somewhere on the article for sure.
There are so many articles that we have, so getting started. Yeah, sure. How the passphrase works, yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
So I'm going to drop the link, and then you can read online income, where is it stored. Next is Oscar Perez. He's saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Oscar.
Happy New Year.
Next is Muhammad. Hi, I just want to know, when should we expect our recently scammed funds from Ledger Drainer a few weeks back? So yes, we are working, as you can go and check out our Help Center article that explains how the step is going to take place. You first have to register a claim with us, and then we'll check it with our team internally. And once we find that yes, it has actually been stolen, and then we'll definitely help you in making it whole again. So until then, please you can follow up with our tickets. That's the email that you have, and our agent in charge of the request will definitely help you with this. Next is Metamask. Okay, there's a chat.
Metamask.
The question.
It just says Metamask.
It just says it's like a different language, so I have to translate it. Sorry, guys.
And Agostinho is saying Happy New Year. So Happy New Year, Agostinho. I'm gonna take the next question.
Linking Metamask doesn't work now. That's what.
Oh, well done.
So you can try the troubleshooting steps that we have on our website. In that case, you can follow that. I think maybe it could be related to HID, web HID connection issue.
Yeah, make sure you don't use Firefox, because it doesn't work on Firefox at all.
Yeah, definitely. Only use Chrome or Brave. I think Brave is better because it's
Yeah. Make sure you update Ledger Live. Make sure you update Ledger Live, but make sure you update MetaMask as well. Close Ledger Live while you're using MetaMask. Try different ports on your computer. Try to change the cable. Try to update your Ledger device as well. Make sure it's on the latest version. You can check the version in the updates on the My Ledger section. It's super important to keep your Ledger device updated, because otherwise, if you fall behind in terms of firmware versions and Ledger Live versions, you will connection issues will start creeping up. So yeah.
Augustino is asking, is it possible to add 2FA security to Ledger Live?
Well, your device is the 2FA security, basically. So yeah.
But yeah, if you want to do something like a multi-sig, then you can definitely do it. There are different options like Casa, for example, that you can link to your Ledger, and then you need to sign it on your Ledger, on Casa, and then you can add an extra step of protection if you want to add. Next is Marco. He's asking how to connect Ledger Live to your full node without using Personal Explorer.
Well, you have to set up your node first. Then we have documentation that explains how to do it. Then you'll have to mess around with, you have to point Ledger Live to your node to broadcast the transaction instead of, by default, Ledger Live will point to Ledger's node to broadcast a Bitcoin transaction, but you can change that. There's documentation. It's not super complete, so it assumes a lot of knowledge. You can submit a ticket if you have very detailed question. I've run a node in the past, so I can try to help, but it will require quite a lot of work for you to get that set up. But it's doable.
I'm linking the article so you can check it out and see the steps. Next is BT is back. I wish you both have a nice day. Thank you, BT. Thank you for tuning in. Mohammed is saying, yes, we can hear. Martin is saying, I can hear you well. Thank you.
Guys.
Bell, how can I get a different receiving address for Bitcoin in Ledger Live? I read that it helps that different receiving address should be possible. So every time you generate a receiving address via your Ledger account, via Ledger Live, it will always give you a different Ledger address, Ledger BTC address. This is just to improve the privacy and Yeah, just to improve the privacy and the people cannot see all the addresses has different kind of tokens. And you can also use the same address if you want to use it. If you prefer using the same address, we just will reduce the privacy on the network. That's all.
Mm-hmm. It's the same for every coin that's a fork of Bitcoin. So same with Litecoin, same with Cardano as well, same with Zcash and so on. Wow.
Okay, Trish is saying here. Okay.
Thanks, Trish.
There is a question. Need help adding new devices with separate accounts to Ledger Live and deposited BTC. Second device not pairing even through Bluetooth enabled.
Oh, yeah.
So it could be a connection issue. You can try these troubleshooting steps to see if you're able to fix those issues. If it doesn't fix, then reach out to our team and we'll definitely see like how can we help you in resolving this.
Yeah, make sure that the second device is not on while you're trying to connect the other one, because they might interfere with each other. So, yeah.
Next is Nicola. Please localize also Ledger Live in Italian. Okay.
Is it not in Italian?
I guess.
I thought it was.
Not yet, I guess.
Maybe not.
If you're saying, then it's...
Yeah, it's not.
I think we'll definitely send your feedback, Nicola, to our teams, and then in future maybe we can add more language supports for Ledger Live.
But Nicola, we have Italian-speaking agents as well. So if you have an issue, we'll have Rami that speaks Italian. We have plenty of agents that speak Italian. So don't hesitate.
Next is there an app to check your seed phrase? Yes, there is an app called Recovery Check, which you can download it from your My Ledger section. And then you just follow steps that I'm going to link in the article that we have created, and then you can verify if your 24-word seed phrase is correct.
I'll just quickly show the app. It's this one here, Recovery Check. You install it on your device, and then you type your recovery phrase into your device, and it will tell you if it's the same phrase or not. And that's it. If you fail the test, then that's fine. But the device will not reset, but it means that your recovery phrase is not properly backed up. In this case, you should move your funds outside the device to safe accounts, reset the device, create a new recovery phrase, and move the funds back into the new account. Otherwise, your funds might be at risk.
And then again, Marco is asking, I bought some Ethereum through Ledger Live and used a credit card, but the credit never arrived and the funds from the bank account were regularly withdrawn. How can I complain? So it depends, Marco, which service provider did you use to buy in Ledger Live. Again, buying, swapping and selling services in Ledger Live are not operated by us. There are independent companies who take care, and then it's their backend that handles all the transactions, and Ledger does not have any visibility inside that. So Marco, if you want to do it, you can just see which service provider that you have used. If it's like Coinify, then you have to reach to Coinify support, and if it's some other dApp that you used, and then you can definitely reach out to the support with your transaction ID, and then they will definitely assist you in getting your funds back. And if it still doesn't work, then you can definitely reach out to us, and then we can check with them internally as well. Next is One Kryptonite. You wouldn't need this channel if your support team dealt with the logs. Yes, we have a very high backlog, but that's also because of the increased activity in the market. But we are working on it, and we are trying to improve our overall services, and that's why we do these live events, so people do not have to create any emails, and then they can just ask their questions without waiting and get an instant reply. It's
nice to have both, because some people don't like to send emails, they just want to talk to us directly, and that's why we're here. But guess what? We're going to be here tomorrow as well, the day after. There's going to be a live every single day. We took a bit of a break at the end of last year, but now we're back on the normal schedule. So yeah, there's going to be a live every single day. If you go on the Help Center, there is a schedule of when we'll be live, not necessarily the two of us, but there'll be a rotation. So check that out, and don't hesitate to come back and ask your questions. And guess what? If you have any questions, or if you have a pending case, drop the case in the chat. Or if you have a question, this is the moment to ask your questions. Basically, we're here for another 35 minutes, so go ahead.
Next is an Asian user asking if we provide support in Chinese. Yes, we do. Not us too, but if you send us an email, then we have people who speak Chinese, and then can help you in your own native language. Emmanuel is asking, when Sui app on Ledger Live? So no ETA for now, Emmanuel, but we will escalate your feedback to our dev team and see if can be added in the roadmap in future. But no ETA for now.
Use a third-party wallet for now.
Kryptonite is saying, I ended up losing 30K. However, Ledger could not assist in the slightest. Not only they did not help, they didn't respond for 7 days. Yes, that is because we have a very high backlog, as we explained. But you can do one thing, Kryptonite, you can just drop your case number here and then we can check out what actually went down in the email and then we can get back to you. Next is Trish. Okay, we had taken this question. Martin said, yes, I will too. And he might be saying about dropping the case number.
Yeah, go for it, Martin.
Yeah. Yes, next is Safi is asking, anyone having problem migrating mainnet Z token to Ledger? This is what shows when I close, nothing happens. I tried manually put URL, won't work. Tried scan QR, but nothing happens.
Oh, you mean like moving the account from desktop to mobile?
Mainnet token to Ledger. Mainnet Z token.
Like a migration with a smart contract transaction?
Yeah. Maybe you can drop the CoinMarket or CoinGecko link to the token that you are referring, so then we can definitely check and get back to you on this.
We can take a look live, actually, yeah. If there aren't too many questions, I don't know how we in terms of questions?
Yeah,
there is quite a lot.
That's good.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
now I've missed where I was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Next is Christian. He's asking, I lost around 0.1 ETH when I tried to swap ETH to USDT within Ledger Live desktop. I used the function swap inside the application and they say me status failed, funds not returned to my wallet. So if your transaction has failed, then it's possible that your transaction fees still will be charged because it's not taken by us. It is paid to the miners who mine the transactions on the blockchain. So it's possible that you will lose transaction fees, but make sure that you have not using very less fees, because if you choose very low fees, then it's possible that your transaction will fail eventually and you will end up losing transaction fees in the end. So, or you can also use a different dApp inside Ledger Live like Zedion and try to send your tokens from there.
In general, wait until the Ethereum network is not too congested to do the swaps, because you're going to end up paying a lot of fees. Not because of us, it's just because the network is super congested. You can use Etherscan to look up transaction fees.
Okay, next one is...
That's quite the backlog. Thank you very much, guys. By the way, if you just joined, drop your question in the chat. Me and Pringe will do our best to answer everyone.
As much as we can.
Yes.
Next is Green Tea is asking, I tried changing my seed phrase and it took wrong words. How do I change my seed phrase? I tried changing my seed phrase and it took wrong words.
How do I change my seed phrase? We have documentation that explains how to change your seed phrase. Maybe they backed up the wrong word and then they did a recovery check or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. So if you want to start the process all over again, then you can reset your device by entering 3 wrong pins and then start the process of entering your seed recovery phrase again. That way you'll be able to restore, if you're trying to restore, if I'm getting the idea correctly.
I think you are. There is this article on the Help Center. Click the link in the video description, support.ledger.com. And I think if you type new recovery phrase, this one.
How to change.
Yeah, that's the article you want to check. It will explain the procedure.
If your recovery phrase is is showing invalid or something like that. Yeah. Next is Rohit. He's saying, I initially did a recovery check and it was successful, but at the time I had not set up a passphrase. After I set up a passphrase, how to do recovery check? There is no recovery check for passphrase basically. It's only available for seed phrase because it's generated by the device. Passphrase is something that you have generated by yourself. So that is something that you might have to keep it safe and verified by yourself. Basically, there's no way to verify it in the device because it's never stored on the device in the first place.
If you have multiple devices, you can try restoring your recovery phrase and the passphrase on the other device and see if you're able to access the same accounts. That's the best way to verify if the passphrase is correct. Or
you can just open Ledger Live, click on receive and click on any account that is linked to the passphrase. Go to receive, click the receive and go to the entire receive flow. Yeah. If you don't face any errors, then your passphrase is correct, basically.
Yeah, and that would be the something went wrong recovery phrase here. Yeah.
And Martin has also dropped his case number, so Martin will check it out in the end.
I think there was a question about XDC now.
Yeah. We missed a question. It was from Olfemi. He's asking, when do we see native support for XDC and not connecting any third-party website?
Branch.
We have escalated this feedback already.
Yes,
and
multiple times
that people need XDC inside Ledger Live and not a third party, but for now it's not on the roadmap and there is no ETA when this might be coming to Ledger Live.
We tried, guys. We try our best, but the truth is the developers are really really swamped, and so XTC will have to wait a little longer. But we did escalate the feedback.
Next is Jan Flores asking, saying rehold. Okay.
Rehold.
Matthew is saying, is any idea about Ledger Stax availability? For now, we don't have any ETA yet, but I think once our team has more information, they'll definitely send you an email that you have used at the time of placing the order. So yeah, keep an eye out on emails, and you'll all get all the updates on email. MS is saying, I read a tweet that Ledger Live is tracking user activities, and is that true?
We talked about it last time, right? It's like we do some tracking, but it's to improve the app, right? It's not like we're not tracking any sensitive or critical PIIs or anything like this. It's just like how people use the device just to make the app better and to improve the user experience. So that's what we do.
And you can also turn it off from settings. Yeah. That's also an option. If you go to settings, and I think it's in about, I guess, let me see.
Yeah, I've never actually, yeah, it's here. Yeah. It's here. Like you go to general, and then you can even turn off the bug reports.
Bug reports, analytics, whatever you want to turn off, you do it from there. So yeah.
Yep.
Crypto Angel is saying, thanks for your answer, Dan and Prince. So welcome.
You're very welcome.
And then Philip is asking, why is Ledger support so poor? I leave a question with chatbot, get a message, unable to answer. Contact Ledger support, supply my email address, and then nothing. I've tried it twice now. So yes, Philip, we have a very high backlog, as we have talked about it since in the beginning of the session as well. We are trying to get through the backlog as fast as we can. And you can do one thing and just drop your case number in the chat, and then we'll expedite the response for this.
Apologies for the bots not responding. It's my responsibility, but sometimes it does bug a bit.
Mm-hmm. Next is Yakub is saying, hi, how to check token approvals and permissions of smart contract on Ethereum and how to revoke them.
We have documentation. Use an app called revoke.cash, or you can use Metamask, Etherscan as well. But revoke.cash is the best app to do it, and Prince is going to drop a link to an article that will show you how to do it.
Yeah, it's easy. It's simple. You just have to connect your Ledger device to it, and then that's it.
And you should do it for every single chain, right? I mean, if you've been doing a lot of degen stuff on different networks, make sure to revoke all the different approvals. Make sure to use the link in the article, right? Don't go, because they are fake versions of this app as well. Yeah,
definitely.
So be careful.
Next is Jose is asking, hi guys, when will swapping be made available for Cardano? Been waiting for a year now.
Good question.
So again, swapping as a service in Ledger Live is not offered by Ledger. It's offered by third party. And so we don't have control over supported assets. We can escalate your feedback to them, and even you can do it as well by your side if you're using Changely, and then they don't support the token for now. But for now, yeah, you can use maybe Rango for it.
I think Rango, for sure.
Even ThorSwap, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just checking the...
ThorSwap, maybe, yeah.
I guess so, yes.
But let me share what you're showing as well.
Cardano. No, they don't support.
No? Okay, so Rango is the way.
Mm-hmm.
And we have documentation. So Rango, third-party service, Ledger compatible. You can connect your Ledger to it. It's a DEX. It's really good.
But do they support it? I'm just checking if we don't.
Yeah, they support us. By the way, the documentation on the Help Center is a little outdated. Like the screenshots look different. Mm. It was like done like a year ago. Since they've changed the UX a little bit, it looks a little different, but the steps are the same.
No, they don't support it.
Oh, it's on Avalanche. Oh. But yeah.
Cardano, no.
Oh, wait, and maybe. Maybe they don't.
Yep, they don't.
Oh, they don't.
So for now, sorry, you have to send it to an exchange and then swap it from there. But yeah, like the service providers choose which tokens to support, and we don't have control over this. So maybe in future it might come, but again, there's no ETA on this. Next is Shante is saying, hi, is there a way that we can receive update notifications, and where can I view previous release notes for both Ledger Live and devices?
Update notifications, yes, you will get them in Ledger Live directly. If you have Ledger Live on your phone, you will get them automatically. You can turn them off as well if you find them annoying. With regards to the Ledger Live version, there is documentation on the Help Center. There's an article called What's New in Ledger Live. Prince is going to share it. There's another way to do it. You go to the signature page. I'll show it to you in a second. Ledger signature page. Yeah, this page here, and you can find, this is legit, guys. So Ledger Live /LDD signatures. You can find all the different versions of Ledger Live pretty much since the beginning, actually. So yeah, you can download them all. And check that the Ledger Live is legit as well.
Yeah, and you can check if the device is genuine, you can just verify. We also have a Help Center article that explains the steps in detail.
There are so many questions.
Yep, there is.
Oh, wow.
We have 57 people watching us right now.
Okay, hi guys. We'll try our best.
Mark has retracted his message. Then next is GMSWACC saying hi.
Hey.
I have sent Moonwell tokens to my network ETH-ERC20. Ledger address till now, I never connected to Metamask. The withdrawal I was showing successful on exchange, but still didn't get it today.
It's probably on the exchange side.
Is there any bug I need to restore previous firmware for Metamask issue? It could be that you will need to add it as a custom token if it's a different token that is not by default supported by Metamask.
Yeah.
And you can also check GL Moonbeam.
It's a Polkadot thing now.
I guess.
Oh, but it's compatible. You can connect Metamask to it. Yeah.
And so yeah, if you have, is it supported in Ledger Live now?
Yeah, it is supported, but I don't think the tokens are supported. Actually, let me check real quick.
So if you're facing any connection issues with MetaMask, then try using a different browser and or try to uninstall and reinstall the extension to see if that helps, or try using it or try changing the cables. Maybe that could be an issue. And you can also find a Help Center article that explains the steps in details of how to solve the connection issue with MetaMask. And and then if issue still persists, reach out to our team and send some screenshots and your address so we can help investigate and help you resolve this as soon as possible.
Yeah, I don't think we support like a lot of. I don't think Moonwell is supported at all. Check on the blockchain explorer as well. See if the transaction actually happened. It's possible as well that the exchange botched the transaction. That happens sometimes, but
Engine is not supported, right?
oh, Engine. Oh, I think it's on the Ethereum network potentially.
No, I think it's Engine mainnet. It's not.
Engine mainnet. Yeah, it's on Ethereum as a token, but maybe that's not what they want to do.
No, they want to store mainnet tokens with.
Oh, okay. Nah, it's not supported. The mainnet is not.
Mainnet is not supported for now, Mark. Also, any update on RVev integration into Ledger Nano X? No, for now, it's not. It's not on the roadmap. Basically, we asked it for now. If you want to secure your tokens on RVev network, then get a Nano S Plus and secure your tokens. And while you wait for support on Nano X, because that's the thing we got from our dev, because they don't have the time to support it on this integration on Nano X for now.
Yeah.
Agostino, hey Prince, come close to those browser tabs, it will run faster. Yes.
It's good advice.
Mohammed is asking, thanks guys. Would there be a rough ETA for the time?
It's like the making people whole. For
So we have a deadline of Feb 2024, and if everything goes well and if everything checks well, then that's the deadline we are looking at for now.
Yeah.
Matthew, any news about Stax, guys? No, for now we don't have any new information that we already, since we sent the last email. But you can check out your emails, because any new communication will be definitely sent via emails, and we'll keep you posted once we have more information.
Yep.
Tro is asking how to use Xverse in French.
I mean, I don't know if Xverse has a localized. Oh wait, it's in Ledger Live.
Maybe.
Is it the third-party wallet or the token?
Third-party wallet.
The third-party wallet. I mean, if they don't support French, then that's it.
Like, maybe you can explain how to connect it to French.
So there is a Help Center article. What's the name of that?
No, there is not.
There is not. Okay, so I'll do my best to show you. But like, is it going to be supported in French? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on if they did the language support. This is unfortunately there is nothing we can do if they don't support French. But typically, like if they do support French and your browser is in French, then the wallet will automatically like switch to that version. If not, then they just don't support French, and then you should ask the XVAS wallet team to support French. Yeah.
GM is asking, live chat is not available and no phone support. What is the best way I can do screen share for Meta token recovery, as funds are huge and I don't want to experiment myself to lose all. So yeah, live chat, we have stopped live chat because again of high backlogs, and we're trying to reach out to everyone. If you already have a support ticket open with us, the GM, then you can definitely drop them in the case in the chat, and our team will expedite the response for you. No worries. Next is Jocelyn is saying Happy New Year to the best team ever. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next is Malag. He's saying, hey, will Happy Buy Days happen for 2024? And if so, do we know already which day of the month it will be?
I think it will continue, yes, and it should be on Thursday.
First Thursday of every month.
Yep.
Next is Mr. Dylan Roberts. He's asking how to sell my coins and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So it depends, Mr. Ronalds, Mr. Roberts, which token are you trying to sell? If it's supported by the service provider, then you can definitely sell directly from the sell tab, as you can see on the screen. Mm-hmm. If it's not supported, then for now you will have to send it to an exchange and sell it from there. Or you can do is you can swap it to an ETH, like a token like Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then you can sell your Bitcoin and Ethereum directly from Ledger Live, if that's something that we want.
Tell us which asset you're trying to send, because there is like a bunch of apps here that might be able to service what you're trying to do, but it really, like, we have a lot of options to buy, but not many to sell, unfortunately.
Okay, next is Leah. Any clear idea about Ledger Stax, please? So now we don't have any new information since the last communications that was made last year. And once we have more information, our team will send you a new email with some updated information, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Timon is asking when Solana SPL token support. For now, there's no ETA on this, but we can ask our team to look into this in future. But
hopefully soon.
For now, you can just use Tollflare. It's completely safe to use it with your Ledger device via Connect hardware wallet button, and you can manage your tokens using that front end. Mm-hmm. Leah is asking the support isn't giving any clear answer about Ledger Stax, and I've paid a long time ago now. So Leah, if you want to do, we also are offering refunds for Stax. So if you want your refund on your order, you can definitely reach out to our team and drop your order reference number. Our team will definitely refund you the money that you want if it's like been so long if you have been waiting.
Yeah, but if you keep your order, then you'll receive like an extra goodie.
Yeah, like a free NanoS Plus if you order via NFT, and if not, then yeah. Bill Blades is asking, there is an issue with transaction history on Ledger Live. Example of this issue includes ETH transactions aren't listed. When will this issue be resolved? So
we talked about this issue like earlier during the stream, but there is an issue with a certain type of transactions that some exchanges do when they send coins to your wallet. Mm-hmm. So especially Coinbase and Binance, they batch ETH via a smart contract, and they send that to a lot of people, including you. The problem is Ledger Live does not detect those internal transactions, they're called, but you can still see them on Etherscan, mm-hmm. and your balance in Ledger Live should be correct. But of course, you don't get the transaction in your transaction history, but the balance should still be fine. And you can use Zerion in the Discover section here to find the missing transaction. It should be visible.
Yeah. Next is GA 2022 Online is saying, okay, I need an emergency help.
Okay. Drop your question.
I'm unable to upload more. Unable to upload more apps on my Nano X, and anytime I try to, my device freezes and switch off dead. Until I take out my USB cable, put it back, then I'm able to put it again. I lost my pass. Okay, that's some other. I'm unable to upload more apps on Nano X anytime I try to freezes.
It's the same.
Okay. The same question. So if your device is having any physical issues, G8, then you can definitely get a replacement. We have a Help Center article that explains your step on how you can get your device replaced if it's in the warranty period, and then you can definitely get a new device and restore it using the same 24-word seed phrase that you have from your current device, and then you'll be able to manage your sets on the go. As long as you have 24 words safe with you, you don't have to worry about anything. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go back up. Okay.
It was
Martin. Live is a good service. Thank you. So thank you if you guys like the service. Next is Sitch is asking, I haven't used my Ledger since the hack. What do I need to do before start using Ledger, and can I use it with MetaMask and other hot wallets?
Yeah, so the exploit was only active for a few hours and then it got fixed basically, and now there is no issue. So you can just use your Ledger device, and it only happened on a few blockchains, so mostly EVM chains. So but now it's completely safe. The package that was compromised has been replaced within a few hours of us discovering that it had been compromised. So now there is no issue. Like I use MetaMask with my wallet all the time, and there is no more issue. But that being said, you should always be careful when blind signing. Okay, one of the issue with that is that if you leave the safety of Ledger Live, you're gonna go blind sign when using dApps outside of Ledger Live, and you have to trust that what you see on the device is actually what you're trying to do. And this is a big issue, and we've taken a stance for blind signing, for clear signing actually. Yeah.
We're going to only support clear signing from future, but that's why we're trying to work on it, so people don't get their assets drained like this one.
Yeah.
Next is Bredu. She's asking, I've lost my password. And as a user, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything on your end. You can just connect your device to MetaMask and on Ledger Live and start making your transactions. It's completely safe now.
The library that was exploited, the Ledger Connect kit, maybe you heard that word, it was never on your device and it was never inside Ledger Live. Okay, It was just only used by third-party dApp that want to connect with Ledger. That's
the small button that you see, connect to Ledger. Yeah. That's basically what that library is used for, just to integrate that feature inside that dApp or platform. Berdush is saying, I lost my password and need to use 24 words. A bit nervous curious about installing my applications and getting my accounts back. So Berdush, you don't need to use the 24 words if you lost your password, first of all. Second of all, if your Ledger Live app is asking you to input your 24-word seed phrase, then it might not be a legit one. So please check if you download it from our website. Yeah. And then once you have done it, just click on reset password, and then it will just reset the device, reset the Ledger Live app. And once you have done it, you just have to go through the genuine check, install the apps, and add back the accounts, and then you're good to go. If you have any issues, then never ever type your seed phrase on any app or any website or any platform. Only the place you should enter it is on your device. That's it.
Yeah.
Next is Kamal. He's asking, yesterday bone price was displayed wrongly. Why?
It's because the data we receive is very sensitive to market volatility. So if there was a big movement in the price of bone, we got wrong data, and that's the reason why it appears janky in Ledger Live. Usually it does get fixed. You can attempt, when you get bad data, you can attempt to clear the cache in Ledger Live. You go to the settings, help clear the cache. That forces Ledger Live to refetch the data from the data provider. Hopefully that fixes the issue, but it's something that is expected when there is a lot of market volatility, unfortunately. But we're working on making the experience better.
GM has dropped his case number, and he's asking us to get back to him urgently. Yes, so once we finish the session, we'll escalate your case to our team who's going to be taking over. And
don't panic, right? Your funds are probably safe, but it's when people panic that they usually get scammed, because they start going on social media and then a scammer gets back to them and asks them to type the recovery phrase somewhere. You don't need your recovery phrase to solve this issue, so just wait for us to get back to you. Okay, we'll get back to you. It might take a few more days, but in the meantime, just sit tight and don't worry. If your funds are in your Ledger device, you just have to wait until we get back to you. Do not get scammed, please.
Abhinav is asking, taking into account space constraints on Ledger device, how many accounts can be added on Nano S Plus?
Accounts as many as you want.
Yeah, the storage space in the Nano devices is for the apps that you install on the device and not the account. So you can create multiple accounts for the same crypto assets that you want, and there's no restrictions on how many accounts you can add in Ledger Live. Next is David. He can't connect my Ledger to PC or laptop. I could a couple of months ago, didn't know what happened. Can connect on my phone through Bluetooth, and how do I upgrade the firmware when I can't plug into the app? So basically it's a connection issue. Yeah. Maybe it's an issue with your USB cable. So try switching to a different cable and make sure that cable is a data transfer cable and not just a charging cable, because in that case also it might not work the way you want it to work. So, Okay.
Really? I don't know. Is that the same question or?
I think there's, yeah. So
Okay.
Normally when uploading, you see it will proceeding show device in case. Yeah, so G8 again, if we have already replied to your question, but yeah, you can just request a replacement for a device if it's in the warranty period. If not, still reach out to us. We'll look at some alternatives together with you. Willie is asking, why does EWT require a third-party wallet, that is Energy Web token?
Oh.
All tokens are not supported in Ledger device. In Ledger Live, but they are all supported by Ledger devices. So what happens is those tokens which are not integrated directly in Ledger Live, the community creates these kind of third-party wallets. So then at least they can secure their tokens with a Ledger device rather than while they're waiting for the integration to come inside Ledger Live. So at least that's why once initially the support will be on third-party, and once the time passes and we see there is a lot of growth in the market and everything, and if our dev team has the bandwidth to add and integrate them natively, then definitely it will come later on in Ledger Live. So until then, it's safe to use a third-party wallet with your Ledger device.
Totally safe.
Using a connect hardware wallet button. Just do not enter your 24-word seed phrase on any third-party wallet. That's it. Hakeem is asking, how about A0 staking on Ledger? So
is A0 like a Polkadot parachain? It could be many things, I guess. That's Zero, yeah. I didn't know personally that they had a staking program, but if there is, I'll just update the App Store article. Because
it's Polkadot.js, so it could be possible that they do support. Or you can use sub wallet with your Ledger device, and we can check it if it supports staking. Native integration of staking is not yet in the roadmap, Hakeem, but in future it might come. But for now, there might be a workaround that we'll look into, and definitely share it with the users if we find something.
We'll add that information to the Help Center article, so keeping that in mind.
So yeah, just keep monitoring the Help Center article. I'm going to drop the link so that you can check it.
We're trying our best to keep the documentation up to date. It's really hard work, but of course there's always chains. Those changes, they move very fast. They ship new feature all the time. So yeah.
Next is Rhett Richardson is asking now I have one ledger I use for third party. Is that smart or not? I guess if I have one third party app have an issue, does it expose others too, or just compromise the third party?
I think it's smart, but it's overkill. You can just have a separate account within the same Ledger device. That's good enough.
Okay. And then you can use a third party with your Ledger device. It's completely safe. But again, connect hardware wallet button is the way you should use it. Safi is saying, follow-up question. I send an email. Drop the case number. Can you please reply? I bought the Nets token on mainnets and pre-sale using Ledger and connected before. Not now. Yes, we can definitely take a look on and then get back to you via the case. Abhinav is asking, how safe is it staking on Ledger?
So it's important to understand that staking is not 100% safe, not because of Ledger. It's just because of the nature of staking, right? There's always smart contract risk. It depends on the blockchain. Different blockchains have different risk. So it's not 100% safe. There's always some risk. But what Ledger provides is a UX that's easy to use. And also we vet some validators. Okay, so for example, for ETH, we have Killen as a partner. We have Figment for Solana staking and so on and so forth. So that's the service that we provide. But of course, staking, as with everything related to investment, there is some risk. But so it's important to choose your validator carefully as well.
Continuing from Red Richardson's question, I mean Casper, XTC, TIA, AVAX. Yeah, it's completely safe to use these apps because they are developed by the community. So, for example, HBAR has been developed by Hashpack has been developed by HBAR community and so on. And as long as those tokens are not natively supported in Ledger Live, you will need to use these third-party apps with your Ledger device, and which is completely safe if you follow the steps that are mentioned in the guides or at the Help Center articles that we have on our website. If you follow those steps, then it's completely safe to use them. Mm-hmm. Christopher Jeffrey is saying, perfect timing. Does Ledger support stronghold tokens? Let me see if it's on Stellar. So you can send your tokens to your Ledger XLM address, but then you will need to use a third-party app called, what is it called?
Stellar Term.
Yeah, that's a third-party app that you can use with your Ledger device to view and manage your tokens. So you can still secure it, but Ledger Live does not support it. So you can connect it to Stellar Term third-party app, and then you'll be able to view those tokens and send it to another address if you want to in future.
Click the link in the video description. and click how to manage Stellar custom tokens with Ledger in the search bar here. You'll find the Hobson article.
Yep. Next is Simran. He's asking, hello, can you please help me? My ledger is hacked. Okay. All my coins are transferred without my permission, and can insurance cover, because it was not a small amount, and it's more than 17,000 near tokens.
That's a lot.
So yeah, for now, like the way someone has been able to send your tokens without your permission is if they have access to your 24-word seed phrase, or they had access to your PIN and your device. So as a ledger, we cannot help in recovering the stolen funds, because they must be they are not controlled by the address that is by you, and we don't know who's the person getting the address, the stolen funds. What you can do is you can file a police complaint with a local law enforcement agency and reach out to us, share those case details. Our investigation team will work with the cops, and then we'll try to get the full stolen funds frozen and recovered if there's a possibility of them going to an exchange and trying to be sold for fiat.
Never share your 24 recovery phrase, guys. This is how you get scammed, right?
Leah is asking same answer for a month and paid for Stax, and no response. So Leah, like for now, if you don't have the information, we don't want to give you any false information. We are just being as a support agent, where we can only share as much information as we have. And again, if you don't want to wait, as I pointed out earlier, you can definitely request a refund, and our team will help you with that as well.
But be sure, as soon as we have some news, we'll send you an email, and there'll be a tweet from the main Twitter account, so there'll be some communication. But yeah, patience is key here.
Next is Christopher asking, how can I migrate my SHX stronghold to my ledger? So Christoph, for now it's not supported. As I told you, you can just send it to your ledger Stellar address, and then you can use the third-party app to manage your tokens,
which is still on the screen here.
Next is Ihab. What if I have old wallet with the passphrase created with Sparrow? How can I open on Ledger?
No, I wouldn't do that, because you would have probably to import your Sparrow recovery phrase into Ledger Live. And
he's asking, what if he has created like a BTC address with this passphrase setup, connecting it to Sparrow? Will he still able to use it? I think.
That's the question.
Yeah, if that's the question, then you can use it if you're able to access it, and if you're able to verify the receiving address of that token. But we wouldn't suggest making the setup so complicated, because in case there is something wrong, and then the recovery of the recovery from these accounts might be a bit tricky or maybe complicated, and then you might lose up your funds. So the best thing you can do is set up the device, set up the passphrase, unlock your device with the passphrase, add that account in Ledger Live, and then add the same account in Sparrow if you want to use Sparrow. So that way you know that you have the same account, and then once you're able to verify those addresses in Ledger Live, then you know that it is linked to your correct passphrase, and you will not be locked out of your funds if there's something happens to your device in it. Christopher is asking also, EGC is showing incorrect value, which throws my wallet out. Can you please raise with the tech? So ECG, of course.
We'll escalate that.
There might be some ECG. Okay, and we need to just drop the CoinGecko link of the token that you're referring to, and then we'll definitely escalate it to our devs for fixing it. Next is Johnny English. Hi guys, how do I sell XRP and XLM of my ledger when needed? You just have to send it to an exchange and then sell it from there, because for now there is no option to directly sell your assets from Ledger Live. Next is Willie is asking, will you support EWC network in the future?
Of course, eventually we'll support every token under the sun, but for now, we've got only that many developers to work on projects, so it might take time.
GM for Life is saying, any word on the CL card? Very, very needed to cash out.
Where is the CL card available right now? It's available in the UK.
It's in UK, Europe, and US, but I don't know if it's
coming to the US.
Coming to the US and then Canada soon. But this again, this service was also not offered by Ledger. It's the third-party independent service called Banks, and it's up to them when they'll expand their supporting regions. And for now, there's no other option but to wait if it's not supported in your region. But we can escalate the feedback to their team but you can just drop in which region you are located so that we know that if it's available or not.
Okay, maybe the last few questions because.
It's already time, guys, and we know there are a lot of questions. So if some of the questions are not taken today, we'll take it tomorrow. So yeah. The last one is from Kim P. Any closer to Ledger credit card, and are there any additional security measures being worked on to keep users safe from third-party hacks?
We're always working on new features to keep hackers at bay. The best thing you can do is keeping Ledger Live and your Ledger device up to date. And what was the first question? The CL card, we answered that question. It's being rolled out slowly, but again, the main stakeholder here is banks. So if you want to have more information, you can reach out to banks and ask them if they have any updates. And of course, if we do get updates on our side, we'll share them in the next live.
And I think that we can stop because it's already 5:31, guys. Sorry we couldn't take all the questions. We tried to answer as many as we could.
Yeah.
Don't worry, our team will be live tomorrow as well and throughout the week. So yeah, just tune in and ask your questions whenever you want.
Cool. Thank you so much.
See you guys.
Don't share your recovery phrase again, guys.
And all the case numbers will be replied to in short time. We'll try to expedite the response as much as we can, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you.